All right, Mandalore from Maw. This is the third time I'm facing Obi Rod in GAC, and he's gotten me the first two times. Good player. Always a good matchup when I'm up against Obi Rod. I kind of fucking wish I wasn't always up against Obi Rod, because like now that I'm down 0-2, it's like, bro, pressure's on. So yeah. I think last time I played Obi Rod, I can't remember exactly, but I think I may have dropped the battle early. So I'm making sure I don't do that this time. Testing out my, not even testing, just using my new Finn against this Karth L3 team. Most of these battles are fairly simple, -2. So between those, let's talk about the new legendary thingamahooey fancy dancy stuff. CG came out today that J-Ray and crew will have to be R7, and then Fu, Faust, Resistance Trooper, and OG Finn will have to be Relic 5. I don't mind Relic 5ing Faust or OG Finn because I use them certainly in GAC and in TB on a regular basis. No problem with that. RT is a waste, right now anyway. And Fu likewise is a waste because I have Hux. What do I need Fu for? Sure, you could say the tenacity up, but I think I like Hux better in that team. So hopefully, the investment won't, quote-unquote investment, won't go to waste because it will allow me, hopefully, at least it's the first leg in getting the forthcoming Rey and Kylo. But maybe there will be enough tunes on both or either factions to have two separate teams. I always hope and pray for that because you never like to see decent tunes that you have also geared and reliced to kind of just end up collecting dust on the sidelines, which is also my chief complaint with the current territory war format, because half of my, let's just for argument's sake say $100,000 roster is sitting on the bench by the end of TW. I'm definitely not using Old Republic tunes in TW. I'm not using most Scoundrels. Bounty Hunters often are still used, but like Kier Scoundrels, not using them. Like I said, OR, not using them. There are decidedly a lot of tunes that go unused. In fact, before Finn and Poe, the new ones, I hadn't used my JTR in months in Territory Wars. So time for a new TW map, a bigger one. I've touched on this briefly before in previous videos, with the addition of 2 new capital ships, which I think brings us to like 7. There's definitely going to be a new TW map. This one's Jakku, so I don't know. Hopefully they don't do another new trilogy one. I would like to see, like Endor wasn't really Endor wasn't I guess it kind of, I don't know. What do you think? Was Endor a full-fledged battle, or was it a skirmish between guerrilla troops and the existing Imperial garrison? Discuss. Debate. Hoth obviously already accounted for in the original TB. Geonosis in the new TB. The Battle of Jakku, or just Jakku in Territory War, the current format. What could CG make the new TW map. Scarif, definitely, decidedly a guerrilla attack against an existing garrison, certainly even more so than Endor. So not that one, but maybe Endor. Maybe Utapau from the Clone Wars. Yeah, that could be one. I don't know. So yeah, these things are going to be expensive. The new galactic legendary thingama whatevers. But, and let's give CG at least some due credit, they are giving us an enormous lead time. Enormous amount of lead time. I promise you I can speak English properly. It is, in fact, my first language. So this battle, actually, some people are going to be like, what the fuck are you doing? And certainly at many points during the battle, that would be a valid question. But just give it a chance. Just give it a chance. I'm going to keep talking while you're watching this battle, and you're like, dude, you're going to lose. 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 CG are giving us an enormous amount of lead time. The new events will not be coming out for really 2 months. Almost exactly 2 months. Right? Or is it 6 weeks? I don't know, but it's a good amount of time. They obviously aren't going to release everything all at once, and yeah, hopefully you've been hoarding, because you got a shit ton of fucking shit to do right now. I 13'd Foo, and I have to wait until tomorrow's weekly shipment to 13 Resistance Trooper, and then relic them up. Hopefully you've been hoarding. Hopefully you've been listening to all the content creators, myself included, but certainly not limited to just myself, that have been preaching hoard, hoard, hoard. You don't know what you're going to need for these requirements, and now we're getting a glimpse of the requirements for the new Galactic Legends. Admittedly, CG did edit the post and say relics will not be required on every prerequisite character, but you can bet your bottom dollar that the event will be easier the higher your relics are. I was just personally hoping that I did not have to relic garbage tunes. Well, maybe not garbage tunes, but certainly tunes that I don't use, like Foo or Resistance Trooper. But alas, that is not the case. Aha! See, look at this. Old DACA, resin body. That's why this comp works. But your DACA has to be beast mode. I'm talking well over 100,000 hit points. Well over. Preferably north of 120,000 health. So that's where we are. That's where I am. I'm really excited for these new assault battle difficulty tiers. You bet your ass I'm going to put videos out for those, because I've been waiting for something. It's amazing, like the little things in life, right? I've been hoping and praying and quite frankly bitching about higher difficulty tiers in challenges and events and whatever, and we finally got them. I'm stoked, and the rewards are not too shabby. The second tier one has Zetas, so that's awesome. And then, of course, some relic salvage mats and whatnot. Definitely doesn't hurt. I'm definitely I'm always at a relic bottleneck. So that'll be a very nice treat, and it'll be fun to record. I'm sure I won't get it on the first try, and see that. Suck on my balls, DACA lead works. I'll definitely be videoing those battles. I'll do both level 1 and 2 that they're putting out for sure. I expect it to be fucking hard, and I can't wait. I can't wait. Hopefully it's not autoable. I'll be so disappointed if it's autoable. Yeah. Getting back to the Galactic Legends, at least the good news is that if you don't make it right away, they will be open all the time, like some of the much, much, much older legendary events. So that's good news. But I think that is a little bit laden with foreboding insofar as if they're going to be open all the time, they're going to be fucking hard. Because, like, even if you look at GAS, you look at Malik, they're open for a very finite amount of time each time. And they aren't easy. Sure, if you have, maxed G13s, and you could power through it quite easily. Although not the light side Malik one. That one still requires the proper strategy. But certainly for the dark side Malik, you can power through it. For the gas event, if you just wail harder, you can probably power through everything with minimal strategery. I said strategery on purpose in case you're wondering. But yeah, so I'm thinking and hoping that the new Galactic Legendary, whatever thingamahooies, are going to be hard as fuck. That's what she said. Because otherwise, I will have spent all this money for something that would be really easy, and I really would not like that. There's an appropriate level of difficulty where, my opinion, I, as a Kraken, I was going to say super Kraken, but there are actually people well above my GP range. I, as a Kraken, should certainly not be able to auto anything that's new content. That would just be supremely disappointing. And that would also rightfully piss off all the free-to-play that it's just a complete pay-to-play game. And I actually think that I'm cautiously optimistic that CG has, or at least is starting to right the ship, because although I got really annoyed with their message with no information yesterday, which was, hey, that event that's coming up, there are going to be prerequisites for it. You're going to need stuff beforehand. Cool. Yeah. Thanks, fucking Captain Obvious. I think that was Top Hat. Might have been Top Hat. Sorry, Top Hat. But I do think, and I do hope that they have somewhat righted the ship a little bit. They gave a lot of leeway, so a lot less panic farming, because you have the better part of 2 months. And if you're not ready, you really can't bitch, because they gave you a lot of time, And it's not like hoarding is anything new in Galaxy of Heroes. So if you haven't been hoarding, time to get with the program, man. Like, what are you doing? I don't understand. This matchup right here, CLS versus GAS, made famous by my now retired friend Warrior. It was his idea. He came up with it, although he stole it from me. I came up with it. You may have seen it here, there, everywhere. It's not 100%, especially because my Chewy and CLS and Oben are not Relic 7, because I have been focusing on Resistance. So, as you can see here, it can very quickly go south, which it is doing right now. Boom. Oh my god. So, that sucks. Maybe more relics or better mods either way. But then that will definitely, without question, be the deciding battle right there. If I fall short, it will of course be because of that, because these other ones are easier for the matchups. I obviously did not do a gas mirror, in case you're wondering, because those are the only 4 501st that I have for offense, meaning the others are on defense. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Calculated risk in doing this. What are you gonna do? Listen, I don't have, Fog of War or APK, although I heard that that's a good investment. So I gotta make do with what I got, gotta chance it. Every GAC is not necessarily a game of chance, but certainly some strategy. And Obi Rod, although he did one-shot everything, he said he lost a few tunes. So he got 1895. So it's kind of my GAC to lose, and I think in having to two-shot the gas, that will be where I lose it. But that's okay. Really good match. Obi Rod's a good dude. He's not even the least bit cocky or arrogant. Gentleman, good sport. So I guess it's okay losing to him. Probably significantly hurts my chances of making Kyber, because it's still the first week and I will already be losing one battle. But that's okay. There are many more places to get Zetas now, so GAC is, although still fun, and I do enjoy it, and I am obviously very competitive, slightly less butthurt because Zetas are a little bit easier to come by now than they were even 6 months ago. I mean, I think I have 7 Zetas banked, waiting for new characters to come out, because I don't want to be caught with my pants down and I unlock or wail on something and I have no Zetas for it, especially because CG are definitely gonna start putting 4 Zetas on more characters like Gas. I bet you if they could, they would go back and add more Zetas to Malik. No, seriously, they totally would. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. In fact, everyone should expect the new Rey and Kylo to both have no fewer than 4 Zetas apiece. And then you're probably going to need Zetas on new Finn, new Poe, Hux, Fawcett. And this is all, of course, in order to complete the Galactic Legends. So, yeah. All right, 41, so I went undersized. Let's see. 3 motherfucking points short. Son of a bitch.